are hiding it so that they should check.
220,000 rands in terms of South African brands. Okay. If a lady expose everything to the men are ready to go back. This 200 hours is a bare minimum to do the training. We are paying for 1,000 landing a month. They're learning about the course that they're going to do.
वेलकम टू अवर न्यू सीरीज 100 जर्नीज टू द कॉकपिट। इस सीरीज में 100 अलग अलग पायलट्स की कहानी रिकॉर्ड की जाएगी, जिससे आप अपनी जिंदगी के जो भी पहलू हैं, बिकॉज हर पायलट की अपनी एक अलग स्टोरी है, अलग स्ट्रगल है। आपको और आपके गार्जियन को आपके पायलट बनने के करियर के जो राह है और उसमें जो अड़चनें आती हैं, सबको क्लियर करने में मदद करेगी। थैंक यू सो मच।
In 3, 2, 1.
Like in India, there are less opportunities in other variants also. So like, somebody who wanted to become a pilot, but he couldn't or she couldn't, but now they are doing good in their life, but they want to get this experience now. So I suggest them private pilot. Like in India, situation is not that good. If you are going in any Indian flying club right now, just to do the PPL, I can bet on it. Like, you will start hating aviation because of because of not a friendly support from the instructors and PPL. Again, because we put our heart and soul till PPL, so they can make more money out of CPL. Because we have invested our heart and soul. Now that person took PPL and gone, right? So our building part. So this is the way. But what I think, what is my opinion, like PPL thing in India is not yet developed. Let's say if somebody wants to do PPL. So I would like to get an idea what time and what money is involved. Let's say if somebody want to come here just for the PPL, okay, and he doesn't want to become a commercial pilot.
Yes, PPL, it's in terms of hourly requirement, the minimum requirement is 45 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But what we've seen with the students in the past, that it's bare minimum that someone will finish their PPL in 45 hours. So we're looking into, in terms of the costing, the South African rands is around like 220,000 rand. That includes in terms of like not the bare minimum, which includes all of the necessary things that need to be done in the course. And in terms of duration, we're looking around maybe 2 months, 2.5 months. If we can prepare them before they're getting into the country, then flying can be conducted in 2.5 months time.
Let's say maximum 3 months.
3 months time. Yes.
And cost?
Cost is, as I mentioned, 220,000 rand in terms of South African brands.
Okay. And plus accommodation.
Yeah, plus accommodation.
So more or less like, just a rough idea,
let's
not
say,
the exact one.
Let's in that way we can say that it will be 230,000 or 235,000 including accommodation.
Okay. Yeah. So that becomes almost how much in INR?
That's a hard thing to say, but we can convert it into the information.
Okay, that I'll do and publish it on the screen.
Yes. Please.
All right. So that's great. And what do you think? Like there are myths in India and among Indian students when South Africa comes into their brain. Especially for the girls. No, that's not safe. What do you think about it?
अगर आप कम समय में सही जानकारी के साथ पायलट बनना चाहते हैं तो आप इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि हो सकता है कल आपको मेरी जरूरत पड़े और मैं आपको मिलूं ही ना।
Every person's perspective of certain things, nowadays we take everything from social media.
Mm-hmm.
So we cannot really rely on whatever we see on this social media. We don't know the source.
Yes.
If you look onto the earlier stage of the mass media, whoever looks into this kind of information, they used to be truthful to their work.
Yes, exactly.
But now when it comes to social media, people get left and right, they will push everything into their, to get the likes and subscription or whatever necessary. They do all the necessary
things. Yes, does
things.
Not matter is it ethical, unethical, negative or positive.
So the person who watching this, he doesn't understand the background of it. Like, let's see if we can take an example of the expensive photograph sold on 2024 was the lady was drinking dirty water from the ground. That's the picture someone took and the photographer got the best award. Later on, it revealed that the guy actually paid the lady to drink that water to take the picture, but he still won the award. So that's where people are creating reviews. So I'm not telling South Africa is the safest place. It's all about how you put
Yep.
that,
And where you are putting yourself in.
whether that's in India, whether that in your house, whether that in South Africa, wherever it is. If we know how to look after us, very safe everywhere is how we expose ourselves. People say, especially as you mentioned, ladies said that they are not safe. If a lady expose everything to the men are ready to go back.
Yes, exactly.
So how we safe, we are to protect ourselves. So in terms of a school point of view, if I say that we provide them a highly safety place in terms of accommodation. So, and where the school is located is also one of the best residential area of South Africa, Durban. So in that two aspect, where the location that we are located, in that terms I can say that we are on a safer place.
Very nice to know. Now I would like to ask you, whenever you do Google, you get the flying schools from Joburg only. We don't get anything from Durban. May I know the reason?
It's like the South Africa, Johannesburg is one of the main hub of all type of businesses. So most of the businesses are happening from there. So in terms of number of schools, most of the schools in South Africa are located at Johannesburg. Why people are going towards Johannesburg is maybe that's the current marketing strategy that people are using in terms of online. One. Second, maybe the pricing.
Okay.
When it comes to the pricing part of Johannesburg, due to the marketing strategies they use, they have lots of hidden charges which people are not aware of. So
that's why nowadays whenever we get a query for maybe South Africa and US and India, they always ask what are the hidden charges.
Yes, because now we also do get questions from the students, and students, they are very pity to say this, but the thing is they don't know what to ask. So they asking from they heard from a YouTube channel or they frequent ask question. So this is not their question. When I pick a call to the school from an inquiry, I know what they're going to ask. So this is not the questions from them. Questions are manipulated into their brain. If you want to go to do pilot training, these are the things that you do. They're reading that and coming to us.
Yeah, exactly. These all rumors and negativity roams around by the agents. Their only motive is to make money, not to make pilots.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. So if I see, as per my experience, nothing comes at, free of cost.
Exactly.
So how we can educate the students, those are getting cheated by the flying clubs or maybe by the agents. So
अगर आप कम समय में सही जानकारी के साथ पायलट बनना चाहते हैं तो आप इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि हो सकता है कल आपको मेरी जरूरत पड़े और मैं आपको मिलूं ही ना.
What are the couple of things which any student should think before choosing any flight school, not in South Africa but in this world? What is your suggestion?
First of all, as they need to learn about what they're going to do. It's like a parent shouldn't be pushing a student who do pilot.
Okay.
Most of the parent does that. I want you to be a pilot. No one can be a pilot in that way. We had students came in that way, and we cannot train them because they don't have the passion. So same thing when they inquiring about information in terms of piloting, they should have. That means they learning about the course that they're going to do. So for example, now how can we educate them? As you mentioned, we're doing this interview for a purpose. So these interviews, if they can get it into the people, but social media can be used good and bad.
Yeah.
So if people understand that, and if one of these video that you're doing, if it can get into that good part of it, and if it can get to the people, that's one way that we can educate.
Yeah.
Second way of that, you got the company to tell them. So if people getting to you, you can educate them.
Yeah.
But we can only educate them. We cannot put this thing into their mind.
We can't force anybody.
Exactly.
Yes. So before choosing any flying club, let's say in South Africa, because you are in Durban, let's say somebody is scoring 25 lakhs for the CPL cost for the Indian students, but they are hiding it so that, they should check before getting the prize, because, getting trapped coming here and then they don't have any choice because they are already, see, if somebody is doing wrong, right, they have their plans to manage it, right? So how they can save, themselves, and how they can inquire what can be the best way.
We all know that to do a commercial pilot training, we need 200 hours of flying.
Mm-hmm.
The estimate is given according to this 200 hours of flying.
Mm-hmm.
But this 200 hours of flying, is that the only necessary thing?
Mm-hmm.
Before you jump into an aircraft, you need to be trained on ground,
Yeah.
which is not mentioned.
Yes.
So that's one of the biggest thing. You need to pass your exams.
Mhm.
So for exams, you need to be theoretically educated on the subject.
Mm-hmm.
So we call it as the ground school. Most of the school not mentioned on that.
Mm-hmm.
Some airport, they don't mention about the landing fees.
Mm-hmm.
Landing fees are hidden into that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even mention. They say that landing fees is free.
Mm-hmm.
As far I know, in South Africa, there is no airport, because most of the airport here are controlled by private people.
Mm-hmm.
Which private business company will they give their service for
Yeah.
free?
No problem.
So they call it as a bulk landing system.
What are the major 3 points which they need to be prepared, keep it in mind before starting their journey? I'm trying to educate Indian aviation. You are also trying to educate Indian and South African aviation. What if, like, let's say there are some people around the globe, they don't trust anyone, right? Anybody who is very much interested and desperate to become a pilot, but funds are coming on his or her way. So do we have any plan to support him by, ask him to work for us or something like that?